Welcome back, Junkies on 106.7 The Fan. We're live on NBC Sports Washington, and join us right now to talk some NFL. The voice for the NFL on CBS and Westwood One. I believe he's doing radio for the Skins Giants game on Thanksgiving. It's Ian Eagle. Good morning, Ian.
Hey, what's up, Junkies? How you doing?
How are you?
Doing great,
so will
man.
you actually be able to
I'm good.
celebrate Thanksgiving at all? You do like an early lunch?
Yeah, how does this work?
Yeah, I'm thinking hot dog, like 2 o'clock hot dog. That's probably the way it's going to go. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I expect that FedEx Field will have a very nice spread out for the media in the media area.
But it's not the same.
It's not the same because you're not there with your family and your friends and loved ones. I get it, but you'll probably get the traditional Thanksgiving trappings up in the media area.
No, the media is my family. Those are my loved ones.
Yes.
I've come to terms with that. Yeah, it's a sad commentary in my life.
It really is. Well, not as sad as sort of what's going on with the Redskins and the Giants. Who would have thought last year, right? The Giants win 11 games. The Skins, it goes down to the final week.
Yep.
They kind of choked there, but looked like they were going to be a competitive team. And they are competitive, but two teams just really, really struggling. Nothing like the Giants, though.
Yeah, and it's a reminder in this league, every single year, it's 13 in a row. So if you're going to just go by the numbers, 13 years in a row, a team has gone from worst to first in the NFL, which usually means that there's going to be a team that either drops from first to worst or at least drops down a spot or two in their respective divisions. And you look around the league, the teams that made the playoffs last year, teams that were considered playoff caliber this year, it's not panning out that way. And I think it's a positive for the league in many ways in that it keeps most fans engaged around the country. Other than Cleveland, I feel like most teams' fans feel like they have a shot when the season starts. The negative side of it is when you're trying to build some consistency in an organization and you've got to make some really large decisions year to year based on the fact that your team did not live up to expectations. The Giants did not expect this. This is the bottom dropping out on an organization that thought they would be in line for meaningful December games. I think you're right with Washington. Washington is competitive. Washington easily could have 6 wins, 7 wins right now. And if you're the Redskins, you look at your schedule, you say, why not? We've got a puncher's chance here the rest of the way this wacky NFC has worked out. Why can't they be in the hunt? But it starts on Thursday. That's a given. They cannot have a misstep against the Giants on Thursday night.
We're joined by Ian Eagle, the play-by-play voice for the NFL on CBS and Westwood One. He'll be on the radio call of the Skins Giants game. How tough will it be to prepare for a Skins team that had, I believe, 22 guys on their injured list yesterday? They still need to get a third running back. How difficult is it for you to get ready for a game like that?
Yeah, it's funny for me because I'm doing so many games throughout the season between NFL and NBA, 2 games a week, Thursday and Sunday, and then NBA sometimes 3 or 4 games a week. I need to get ahead. I'm usually 2 weeks ahead of time in preparing my charts, and then as we get closer to the game, I start crossing things out, adding things based on the circumstance. So for Washington, I'm looking at my chart, which I began working on 2 weeks ago, and there are guys that are not even on the roster anymore that are a whiteout.
Right.
Terrell Pryor, all the information is irrelevant right now. Rob Kelly, irrelevant. Unfortunately, Chris Thompson, I think that's actually a huge blow for Washington, not just on the field, but in the locker room as well, how respected he is by his peers. A crushing blow, just a crushing loss, watching 5:55 to play up by 15 and not finding a way to win the game. And that's a season changer because you get a win there, and now you look at the crowd in the NFC, and maybe you could be a part of it. At least gives you another week to feel good about your squad. But yeah, it's definitely not the team I thought I was going to be preparing for, certainly when the season started, but even just 2 weeks ago when I began preparation for Thanksgiving night.
In a tweet from our good friend Dan Hellie from NFL Network from a few days ago, name me a quarterback who's doing more with less than Kirk Cousins this season. Can't do it. And I have to agree with him because of the points you just mentioned. Guys are dropping like flies on this offense.
Yeah.
He has the most underwhelming 1-2 punch at wide receiver in the entire league, especially with Pryor going down. Kirk Cousins is putting up career-type numbers with just a mishmash of talent around him.
Yeah, and there's two views when it comes to certainly quarterbacks, but just athletes and teams in general. There's the local view, and then there's the national view. The local view, you see everything. You see the warts, you see the positive moments, but you get the whole picture. National view, you get little tidbits and your opinion based on some more general thoughts on a player. I can tell you from a national standpoint that Kirk Cousins is highly respected at this stage of his career. He's a player that will get a major amount of interest from teams around the NFL. There are only a finite number of human beings that can play quarterback, start, and win games for your football team in this league. He is in that group, and he's a player that the respect level may be larger in many ways outside the perception. It's just how it is. There are teams salivating with a chance to get Kirk Cousins on their roster to lead their offense.